we'll start with an opening statement, and then Coach will take questions.
Obviously, that's a very difficult loss. Having the game in control there with about 6 minutes and not being able to finish, that starts. I got to do a better job making sure that we keep the team locked in. The bottom line is we have the opportunities to finish the game, and that comes down to being able to play situational football, whether that's in the 4-minute drill, being able to execute, in the situations down the stretch, and we had some costly penalties that kept us from being able to stay on the field as an offense, and then obviously extended drives, the 4th down situation, and then the situational football with the onside kick. We had the ball in our hands and we were unable to recover it. They obviously gave them the opportunity with great field position to get themselves back into the game.
The final drive there, they had the completion, obviously the Hail Mary. What did you see there on that last play?
Yeah, they put Torrey at the number 3 position, and ran a deep cross vertical route there. We had a coverage guy working from lower into the box, trying to get up, and the post safety had to occupy at 3-2 vertical, so we weren't able to obviously handle their best wide receiver in that situation, nor get pressure on the quarterback. And then on the last play, on the Hail Mary, what we practice all the time, we've got to do a better job of creating the situation with the trailer coming in behind, because that's exactly what happened. And so for us as coaches, being able to create these situations in controlled settings where the ball goes up, we bat it down, but the trailer was behind and we batted it right to him, and we didn't stay on our man.
Obviously, and whenever you lose a game, it's going to be a tough one. But just in terms of just the locker room right now, just how tough is this for these guys?
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing that we're going to say that makes it, any better. These guys, that was a physical game out there tonight. We had every opportunity to win that game, and the bottom line is that we didn't get it done. And that's a hard one to swallow. Is we had the opportunity there with 6 minutes left to, again, given situational football and being able to handle the remainder of the game, we did not do a good job of it. It starts with us. I mean, it starts with me. It starts with us as coaches. We will make sure that we're the first ones that take responsibility for that. The players, they played their hearts out. We had a really good week of practice, and again, we were in position to win this game.
Where do you think the failures were? Was it pass defense? Was it the onside kick? The inability to get first down, combination of it all?
Combination. You're 100% right. It's a combination. It's not one play. It's a combination of, again, Ashton was extremely productive tonight, but we've got to be able to get other guys going in our offense. That's the bottom line. We got other playmakers, and we weren't able to do that. We turned the ball over 3 times in the first half. You give a team like that many opportunities, it's going to be tough.
How do you guys respond to that? How do you bounce back from that?
Yeah, you know what? The sun's going to come up tomorrow, and like we just talked about, we're going to get back to work. This bye week comes at a time where we can hone in on ourselves and work. We've made tremendous strides. I mean, we've as a defense, we played really, really well for the majority of this game. We've got to be able to finish it, regardless of the circumstances. I can do a better job making sure we're putting our guys in position, as a defense, to make sure that we can finish the game and get ourselves off the field.
You continued to kind of mid-drive switch the QBs, and twice the guy that came in, when they switched, threw a pick on their first play.
Mm-hmm.
How do you just feel about the guys getting into rhythm and how it worked, rotating those guys tonight?
Yeah, I definitely thought that we forced the ball into some coverages today instead of just moving on to the next play or pulling it down and running it, and that's something that we spoke about, at halftime. It's a couple times late there. I mean, shoot, we got a delay of game because we're trying to operate and switch the play at the line of scrimmage because of a pressure look. So we've got to make sure, that we do a great job of getting the guys the reps they need in practice, getting them the looks they need so that they can get in rhythm. there's nothing that we saw today that, you know, should have surprised us, you know, from their defense. So we've got to do a better job making sure that with the flow of the game and how we're calm and the positions we're putting these guys in, that they're confident and they're in rhythm.
You said Monday that, you know, Talon was the starter. I think the word you said was focal point of the offense was Talon, but I think Madsen might have more snaps tonight at quarterback, and he played most of the second half. Is that still the case, or do you have to reevaluate things there?
Yeah, I mean, every game is the flow of the game, right? The flow of the game, what we're getting from a particular, defense is going to determine what situations, you know, or what part of the game plan that we're going to work towards, and what guys, you know, shown to be more efficient in doing so.
How much did not have Tubner out there in the final 3 drives really hurt you guys?
Yeah, I mean, he had done a good job. I mean, he was obviously a huge part of what we were able to get done in the first half. Unfortunately, it's part of the game. You know what? We got to do a better job controlling our emotions and keeping, you know, ourselves from being in situations that is going to cause us to get personal fouls. And when you get 2 personal fouls, the bottom line is that's on us. We've got to do a better job, you know, making sure that we keep our focus and it's not engaging in things that are going on in the game. You know, there's a couple DBs that went out late in the game, unfortunately, and you know, it's football. It's next man up. Next guy's got to be able to step up.
You know, last week we talked about at the start of the San Jose State ad, they came with a really good opening script, and you guys responded. It seemed like it kind of flipped with the storyline tonight. You guys got off to a pretty good start against the pass defense, but was it them getting hot? Was it self-inflicted? How would you describe what they were able to accomplish with?
No, I mean, they're obviously, I mean, they've thrown the ball pretty well this year. They're number 4 pass offense in the nation. We did a pretty good job early on, you know, in the game. Again, when you give a team that many opportunities to continue to go out there and, you know, from it means that we got to be able to take care of the ball. You know, again, we had a few guys go down late in the game, and it's the next man up. Next guy's got to be able to step up and be able to hold the consistency of what we've been able to play. And then we definitely, you know, as coaches, there's a couple calls there late that, you know, I'm sure we would take back and put ourselves in a different situation.
Is that on, would you say it's on offense or defense in those regards? Both?
In terms of,
You said maybe a couple calls you want back.
I'm talking about our defense. You asked about the pass game, right? Yeah, about their pass game. Yeah, there's definitely a couple plays defensively that, you know, they were able to make plays, and they've got really, I mean, they're the number 4 passing offense in the nation. They got players, and they got to them.
To be 3-4 at this point, and you know, just it would seem like it's one of the more lower points here in a while after a game like that to have that kind of lead. I mean, what's the message to fans, I guess, about where the program's at right now and just where things are?
You know, this is a very disappointing loss for us here tonight, given that we were, you know, we're in position to handle the game with 6 minutes left, but ultimately, you know, it's a locker room full of guys and coaches that care. And as we go into the bye week here, you know, again, like we said, we're going to be able to lock in on ourselves. We're a little more than halfway through the season here, and we've got the ability in the locker room. We got players that care. We got coaches that care, and we're going to be able to lock in on things that we need to be better at down the stretch here. And really, it comes down to being more consistent. Again, tonight there were some things that we did really well, you know, at times, and then obviously we did not do it well. We just spoke about, you know, our defense in terms of our pass defense, and it's not just always the coverage; it's the ability to create pressure and get pressure on the quarterback as well. You know, as we work through the bye week here, we feel like, you know, we're on the right path with where we're going with the defense. Again, we just weren't able to finish tonight.
Anything else? All right, thank you.
Thank you, guys.